Okay, let's go ahead and get started in Shavasana today, laying down, your head facing the front of the room. Just taking a moment to arrive in your practice. We'll begin by just taking a couple of cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nose and then exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling gently through the nose, and as you exhale, sigh out with a sound. One last time. And just let the breath flow naturally wherever it lands today. Begin to just let go of anything that happened this morning that might have been frustrating or didn't go as planned, anything you're worried about later in the day, and just invite your awareness into this space. First, becoming aware of the space around you, the corners, the walls, the door, without opening your eyes if they're closed. Just notice where those things are. Then slowly drawing your awareness further inwards. Notice the floor, the earth supporting you here. Maybe the feel of your mat, the props nearby, and the feeling of your clothing. And coming into the heart space. Just noticing the rise and fall of the heart center. Connect with your breath here. Notice its rhythm as you begin your day, to begin your practice. Without judgment, just noticing where the breath is. If it's quick, let it be quick. If it's slow, let it be slow. Today we continue our practice of letting go of anxiety and anchoring ourselves into the present moment, finding presence throughout our day, on and off the mat. If there's something that you are worried about, anxious, anything that is causing stress or tension, maybe set an intention today to let that go. Maybe just pick one thing you would like to let go of today. Bring that into the heart space. And as you work with your breath through your practice today, each exhale, seeing if you can soften that worry. Let it go. Let it flow from the heart center, out of the body, and into the earth. We'll be continuing with our mantra for the month, just for today, I will not worry. And our affirmation, whichever aligns with you, or if none of them do, don't incorporate them. Our affirmation for the month is, I'm grounded, present, and free of worry. Feel free to make up your own as well. And we'll begin by just, if you don't have your knees bent, walking the feet in towards the hips. And just taking a couple of rocks side to side, like windshield wipers, with the knees back and forth. Nice and slow, Connecting your movement with the breath. As you exhale, the knees fall to one side. Inhaling, drawing them back up through center. Just notice how your hips feel, how your lower back feels today. If there's anywhere in the body that's speaking to you. Anywhere that worry might be arising or anxiety might be lingering in the corners or edges. And coming back through center, bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall open, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined butterfly. You can place your blocks under the knees or wherever feels comfortable for you, where you have the most support. And then let the knees just fall, the legs rest. If you'd like to just let the knees come towards the earth with gravity and not have props, that's an option as well. Making choices to support our body and our practice today. Take another cleansing breath in through the nose. Exhale, release. Let the shoulders melt towards the mat. Let the hips be heavy. Hands can rest at your sides, palms facing up or palms facing down. If you feel there's a little excess energy as you begin your practice, maybe placing the palms facing down, inviting that energy to ground into the earth beneath you. your next breath, use the hands to draw the knees in towards each other. If you've grabbed props, moving them to the sides. And drawing the knees in towards the body, hugging them in, giving a little rock side to side. Dropping the feet back down to the mat, cross the right ankle behind the left knee. Right knee draws towards the back of the room. You can even maybe place your hand on the inside of the right thigh, gently guiding that knee back. We'll begin here, just pausing and noticing how our bodies feel as we take this shape. Reclined pigeon, figure 4. Notice how the hips feel, where sensations are arising. If you feel called to take this stretch a little deeper, bring the legs towards the body, interlacing the fingers behind the left thigh, drawing the legs in. And know that if you arrive here and decide this isn't for you, it feels a little spicy, you can always come back down, bringing that left foot to the mat, or taking any shape that feels good here. Everything's a suggestion. Always honor your body where it is today. Listening to those subtle messages within. We'll come into our mantra, bringing that into our practice this morning. Just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will not worry. Repeating this to yourself. And just noticing as we've used this same mantra throughout our practice all month, how your relationship to this has changed, shifted. Noticing without judgment, just being curious. Drop the left foot back down to the mat if it's not there already. Uncross the legs and just draw the knees back in towards the chest. Taking any movement here that feels good. And circle the knees, placing the hands on the kneecaps. Just taking gentle circles or rocking side to side. We'll move into the opposite side, dropping the feet back down, hip distance apart, crossing the left ankle behind the right knee, drawing that left knee towards the back of the room, maybe placing the hand on the inner thigh for gentle guidance. Taking a few rounds of breath here, just to notice how this shape feels, maybe different on the opposite side. If you feel called to deepen this stretch a little, drawing the legs in towards the body, interlacing the fingers behind the right thigh, keeping that same shape with the legs. And again, if you arrive here and like this doesn't feel good, doesn't feel right, gently guide the legs back down and take any shape that feels right here for you today. Once you've settled in, coming back to the mantra, just for today, I will not worry. And dropping that right foot down to the mat, unwinding the legs or uncrossing. And taking any stretch that feels good here, maybe lengthening the legs out, bringing the arms up overhead, reaching through the fingertips and toes, maybe some gentle circles with the ankles, and the wrists. And then making your way to tabletop, rolling over to one side, slowly coming up. Bring your blanket to the mat for support on your knees if needed. And finding the wrists underneath the shoulders, stacked under the shoulders. Knees stacked under the hips, tops of the feet pressed into the mat. We'll take some cat-cows here. Inhaling, dropping the belly, tailbone rises, gaze comes forward. Exhale, rounding through the spine, tuck the tailbone, press away from the earth or into the earth. Gaze comes towards the navel. Inhale, coming back through cow, dropping the belly. Gaze comes forward. Exhale, rounding through the back side of the heart center, tucking the tailbone, coming into cat. Move through these at your own pace, taking any movement that feels good here to the body, taking this time to just tune in to where you may be holding stress or worry. Maybe in the shoulders or the hips, the neck. Connect with your breath here. Be curious and gentle. Take your time. And come back from tabletop. Tuck the toes. Lock the hands back until you feel sensation in the soles of the feet. Pause here. If you'd like to deepen that sensation, you can walk the hands all the way up, bringing the spine long, crown reaching towards the head or towards the sky, and rooting down through the base of your spine. Let the hips sink down. And if this is a little too spicy, you walk the hands back out. Releasing any tension through the toes, the soles of the feet. We won't be here too long. Come into the breath. And walk the hands back out. Tap the tops of the feet on the mat. Bring the big toes together, knees towards the edges of the mat. Send the hips back, coming into a wide leg child's pose. You can bring a bolster to support the body here if you'd like. A little more support here. Bringing the earth closer to you. You sink the hips down towards the heels. Lengthen through the rib cage, walking the hands out towards the front of the mat. And bringing the heart space and the forehead towards the earth. As the hips come a little off the heels, that's okay. They don't need to be touching. If you feel any pain in the lower back or the hips, you can bring the knees in closer together. That'll help support that area. Just tuning into what the body needs here. As you settle in, taking a deep belly breath, opening the heart towards the earth. If there's anything weighing heavy on the heart space, any worry here, sensations that you would like to release, letting that exhale guide those energies out. The forehead pressed to the mat, let it soften. Soften any worry from the mind. Let the earth hold you here. Rest, receive. Bring your gaze towards your fingertips, shifting the weight forward and coming into Sphinx. Bringing the legs out long, elbows stacked under the shoulders or bringing the forearms towards the edges of the mat. It's a little less of a load on the lower back. Arms can be wherever you need them to be. Pressing into the earth, drawing the shoulder blades together as if you're moving the earth or rising out of the earth. Gaze can come between the hands, can come forward. You can even let the head hang heavy here or rest on the block. And as you settle in, notice if you're holding any tension in the glutes or in the legs. Maybe just rock the hips side to side a little. And then find some stillness, feeling supported here. Let the legs rest. Let the hips rest. Press to the earth. Come into awareness of the belly. Press towards the mat. And let the weight of your body here soften this area. You're feeling any tightness here, any restriction, sensations that you would like to release. Let the exhale be the support of that release. If you haven't lowered down already, go ahead and lower all the way down, crossing the forearms at the top of your mat and just resting the forehead for a couple of breaths here. Draw the hands under the shoulders, pressing back and coming into a seated position. And as you arrive in Sukhasana, using any props needed here under the knees for support. Maybe you want to sit on your bolster or have your blanket underneath for a little leverage. And then coming into awareness of your hips and the base of your spine, reaching towards the earth, into the earth, lengthening through the crown of the head. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Maybe just take a couple of rolls of the shoulders here, bringing them up towards the ears. Bringing shoulder blades down the back, one way and then the other. Any movement that feels good to release the shoulders. And finding some stillness here as we lengthen the spine. Coming back into the heart center, just reconnecting with the breath, with that intention that you set for today. Noticing if it's released a little. If you've lost it, that's okay. Reaffirming what you would like to let go of, one worry today. And on the inhale, we'll sweep the arms up overhead, lengthening, reaching through the fingertips. Exhale, bring the left hand to the right knee, right fingertips come towards the earth or to your mat. Lengthening as we inhale here, exhaling, maybe deepening that twist a little, bringing the gaze towards the right shoulder. Creating some space in the spine today. Coming back into awareness of our navel, of our solar plexus. Any energy that needs to be released from the body here. On your inhale, sweep that right arm up overhead, landing on the left knee. Let the head hang heavy and the spine round a little here as you turn inwards. through the center. And cross the arms, bring the hands behind you, drawing the shoulder blades together, and opening the heart center, maybe tilting the head back. And coming back up slowly, uncross the legs and cross them the other way. Place your props as needed. Reaffirm that connection with the earth. Lengthen through the crown. On your next inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Reaching through the fingertips. Exhale, right hand to the left knee, left fingertips to the mat. Lengthen on the inhale. And on the exhale, root that right hip down. Maybe deepen here. Opening up to the left side. Gaze comes towards the left shoulder. Really notice how your hips are here. If you can find a little evenness between the right and the left. Finding balance. Incorporating our affirmation for the month. I am grounded, present, and free of worry. I am grounded, present, and free of worry. And we inhale, sweep that left arm up, circling around, landing on the right knee, bringing the head up through center, and rounding forward. Take a couple of breaths here. And release the hands, uncrossing the arms. Take any counter stretch that feels good to you here. And then we'll bring the legs out long together. You can have the legs a little bit apart if you want, or close together. It's up to you. Finding caterpillar here, you can also roll up the blanket and put it under your knees for support, or have the bolster for support if needed. Bringing the spine in alignment here, crown reaching, just placing the hands on the tops of the legs, toes flexed towards the body. Roll the shoulders back, opening the heart space. Take a couple of breaths here, just arriving in this first shape. Feeling into the sensation in the back of the legs, and yes, grabbing any props needed to feel more supported. You can stay here, or if you'd like to, walk the hands out just until you feel some type of resistance or sensation in the back of the legs maybe. Then let the head hang heavy here, round the spine forward, coming into caterpillar. You can also place blocks on the tops of the legs to support your forehead if you'd like. And as the spine rounds, and any worry remaining, roll down the back. Roll off the shoulders and down into the earth. Any worries for the day, let them go. On your inhale, rock the hands up, bringing the head up west, pulling the shoulders back and down. Pausing at the top, just taking a moment here. And then coming into a comfortable seated position, whatever that is for you. As you arrive here, just beginning to scan through the body from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Just turning inwards and noticing if there's anywhere in the body that needs a little nourishment, a little healing, anywhere that you're still holding on to worry or anything else. Taking note, and then we'll bring the palms together, rubbing them together, activating that healing energy within us, and then placing the hands in those spaces. Maybe it's on the sides of the head, our mind has been racing, maybe on the heart center, the belly, or both. Wherever it is, just invite the energy from the heart space, that healing, compassionate, loving energy, to flow from the heart center, through the arms, to the palms of your hands. Feel its warmth, its nurturance, moving through the body, into these spaces, offering love, compassion. Let it soften the edges, release if needed. Bring the hands to the earth, grounding any excess energy. Releasing it through the palms, into the earth below. Bring the hands to heart center as we close our practice this morning. Finding a moment of gratitude for this practice today, for this time that you have carved out to come to your mat, to come into the space of you, connecting with the body and the breath, finding presence, and releasing what is no longer serving you. May you walk in loving kindness. May you share your unique gifts with the world. May you remember your true essence is love. Thank you.